My bad, I'm back 3 hours later. Sorry. I'm ready to finish this game. Making sure we did all the hangouts. We're gonna talk to everybody else one last time before we did the that thing. Made my bad. But we'll definitely finish this here, so. I will not get the 10-minute achievement tonight. I'm sorry. Not that it really matters. Yuri, how do you do? Anything new? No? Okay. Goodbye. And you them in. Can I get to what's his face's house from over here? Where's boat? Yes. Ah! Dr. Doom Jazz. I guess music. Okay, let's go talk to Camillina, and witness, and then we're gonna go inside the tower again. And we don't find anything, then we just leave. If you find any information, we'll go back and talk to everybody again, or at least the respected people who would be involved. And I'll go through our information before we do the trial. Make sure you check all your corners. I'm gonna do some Isaac after we finish this, but it has been 3 hours. Maybe I'll just hop on to Aaron wanted to do more Destiny tonight, but I'll see what happens. Finishing this no matter what, but I do want to do some more Path of Exile, so we'll see what happens. Witness to the end. Absolutely nothing. No, we gotta talk to Carmelina, it's fine. I doubt anything changed. Memorial of the Gods. But she's also like right here. Well, I gotta talk to this stinking. Yeah, no, never mind. Nah. Eat it. I'm on my way. Schmears. Ah, frick, it's been like 3 hours. Oh, Scholar, Bird, Bull, Snake. Scholar, Bird, Bull, Snake. That's it. Must have unlocked something. Designed to safeguard against random attempts to crack the code. Then she right to the demon presenting can reveal his way through. One last kiss was her exorcist. Maybe she'll be able to help. We'll talk to one last kiss again. Did we ever learn what the third code was? I unlocked it. Blood lock. Right.
Sure.
That's the god stuff.
What the hell? Nanny, the hell?
We did all this already, so.
Got it.
Play the strap, bro.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Nothing else is new in here, so
Investigator is here.
we're good to go. I mean, we'll talk to One Last Kiss one more time. We did all this, brother. Let me go.
Got it.
Jeez Louise.
I have a bad feeling about this. Sure.
Thought we can go in there by now, but we never know. Toast. Melina becoming, or One Last Kiss. Means we go through here. This is the witness's place. Whatever, that's fine. Anything to say? You still have a gun? Witness to the end. Didn't think so. Under the gaze of the gods. Wow, I'll have to come later one more time. Fine. I'm a little pogchamp. Squeep.
Halt! What do you want?
What do you want, freak? Bye, Carmelina. Hat, hat. One last kiss. Absolutely nothing. Okay, we'll be going to the case trial. Receiver of the demonic, what activated it? It isn't clinic at the time of the murder. Can get HQ logs just to confirm this. No alibi breakers. Could I be missing stuff? I have no idea. I thought I did everything, but like I don't know where HQ is. This is actually that there. Yeah, I don't remember checking any cell phone records either, so I just don't really know. Zero key items. I still feel like I'm missing stuff, so I don't really know. Find somewhere to verify your respawn records. HQ. Remember Alibi the Paradise gate logs? I mean, I can go there, but I'm not really sure. Like, I didn't see anything different for me to interact with. That's the entire shebang. I haven't seen anything else, so. I swear I've been at every single pixel of this map. I've seen it all, tasted it all, done it all. You're a phone. You're not a phone. I would head to HQ real quick and see what's up. If you are HQ.
The investigator is Paradise West.
I'm ready to start the trial, determine the fate of the syndicate. Found the facts that corroborated the truth. Ready to start working through this with you, Lady Glow dies. Now examine your case file as a case and cast the light upon this shadowy recess of where this lies. Ready to be in the trial as Lady Glow dies. This is the point of the return, where you are happy with the evidence and reasoning, no going back. Once salivating for the trial, come back when you are ready. Why did you make Architect the acting leader? Paper 25 is her design, her vision. The syndicate has been mortally wounded. Can't let her move to the New Island and suffer as well. Law forbids her to be in the council. I've not forgotten what her father's crime. She is temporary leader. We will go to the New Island and she'll step down. Sorry, I'm thirsty.
Oh,
Any assurance on that? Marshals work for the council and the syndicate. They will ensure that she steps down.
sorry.
I hope you're right. I am almost submitting the trial. Doesn't the witness to the end usually have authority at the end of the island? Remaining syndicate members are all submerged in the bubbling swamp of suspicion. This includes the witness.
Paradise feels
You just took jurisdiction. I'm impartial. My ego was scrubbed a long time ago. I'm enthused with the island. I cannot move from the chambers of justice. You and I are the only ones free of suspicion. You and I will understand the truths. I am almost waiting for the trial. Where's the rest of the syndicate? Submitted out, ferried through the Paradise gates in the New Island. Must remain here if the gates seal up to the bloodbath. Are they suspects as well? But is it possible they are conspiracy to the motion before the left? I doubt that, though. Criminals always return to the scene of the crime. They insert themselves in the narrative. Need to know. Rest of the syndicate are on the New Island. Gates are sealed. They can't come back. They cannot
The
revisit.
investigator is here.
Can't exert influence from the New Island or keep tabs on the investigation. If you commit the crime to end all crimes, you need to know how it's playing out. Focus on the suspects here. This conspiracy was initiated by someone who was left. No conspirator will be on the island. You will reveal the truth through them. Almost have waiting there for the trial. Yes. Why me? I nearly almost down. I nearly allowed damned Harmony to wipe us out. You don't get exiled for a misdemeanor. You were the victim, not the criminal. Syndicate is wrong to punish those that smell the rose of God's deception. Gods are insidious, slithering into your mind. Corruption by an astral deity is not
The
consensual.
investigator
You're the only one to
is
have ever
here.
said that. I was bound by a monster rat in the council all those money ago, and I can make it up to you. Thank you, Judge. I'm almost waiting for the trial. I cannot hide. Where can I, like, look, check cell phone logs, please? Syndicate HQ, is it here? Go to the roof? I just haven't seen anything I can interact with. I didn't really explore the roof, I guess. I just jumped off. No, I did Crying Judge. That's right. Montserrat.
Don't test me.
Don't test me. It shouldn't be anything. Yeah, just the library. That's what I'm saying, bro. What am I doing? To make sure I've done everything. This isn't the actual HQ. But you say it are. You are. This is down low. Or think I'm trash. Cosmos. Dane Harmony. Usually downstairs, right? Yeah.
Oh, is this a fact? I don't like this.
Is this it?
Nightmare computer.
Am I losing it?
Nightmare computer unlocked.
There we go.
Ooh, the
Well, those who entered next to the Syndicate HQ last night. Only one route to the council building that involves going through the Syndicate HQ. Henry did escape and called the council. You to come through here. Let's see.
Sure.
HQ early through the gates. Through the clinic.
Analyzing.
What the hell?
Henry hasn't been allowed coming through the gate. This is the only way he can get to the council building by himself. Another route you could have taken from the cell. Can I go in here? What frick? Assistant services? Nope.
Halt! This is a restricted area.
I want to kick his phone records from last night. Classified.
Crime can
I'm the investigator. Grand Marshal Kiko was our leader. Not you. What do you want, freak?
don't
I have
test
authority
me.
from judge. You need direct permission from Grand Marshal Kiko. 14 to enter. He doesn't have jurisdiction. Judge does investigating the bribe. It has not mean
Step back before I make you step back.
you're
That's
threatening the
weird.
investigator. That's weird. It's a military facility. I'm not obliged to let you in.
I only
Take orders from Grand
I
Marshal.
have a bad
He isn't in
feeling
charge
about
here.
this.
Grand Marshal runs the marshals. I'm a marshal. He doesn't get me anywhere. Are you authorized to answer questions? No, I'm under orders to direct you to Grand Marshal. What do you want, freak? So you keep going to the murder? Return out here after Henry escaped.
Don't test me.
Way to prove that? Our word is all you need. Hard to believe, though, that word of the Grand Marshal's loyal troops. What are you going, freak? Thank God he's trash at his job. I'm not saying like a broadcast. Unless it's like this. I swear I've been to you though, but I don't think you're. I feel like you're just a song. I'm gonna go look in a minute. Let me go back in here just in case. Alright.
Scene investigation.
Got it.
There's nothing in here that I can see. I feel like I checked everything. There's not that much in here. Phone, can you move up a little bit? Thank you. I could look it up at this point. Your night or phone verify phone. Oh yes, no more making about the website. It's in Agri Fields. Thank you, thank you. Haven't been there in a while. The man answers his own question too. This what's it called? Right, it's over here. I remember. Thank you. He could have just said nothing and carried on with his day, but this man went back to his post and said he actually found it and said where it was. Absolute G. Totally forgot about you.
Do it to make computer.
Patch the communications tower. Crack the code. I'll be able to use the tower to verify all any something that I find. Why gotta give me the go every time? I absolutely hate it.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
I'm glad to be
It's got it.
investigating
Usually an
this
interface
again.
at the top of the tower for private phone data. And we can go back to Paradise Gates one more time just to make sure it's something they can interact with. I don't know. Scan witness's phone.
The
At the record, a call was made by Kiko to witness. Witness was in his apartment.
That's weird.
As Kiko was at the Syndicate HQ, that's weird. She told me she was at the isolation cell.
I have a bad
Lied to
feeling
me.
about this. Got it.
Unknown number in here. It's not in any Syndicate phone number records. 833-2112 ES 9116RD. Dialed at midnight last night. The call picked up, but ended in under a second. Matches the receiver in the killer demon crate. I found it in the council penthouse. Witness dialed the number at midnight last night.
That's
They intentionally
weird.
opened the crate when the council was killed. Tower can help me scan phone records. Scanning.
Sure.
Got the records. Looks like all the calls made to or by Yuri happened on this laboratory gardens. Laboratory gardens. All the calls from last night are from Yuri to Lydia, all about the same length. There's him directing the different syndicate members to pick up. Please review data between 23:50 and midnight.
Strange.
Gap, the phone went dark for 10 minutes. Why? Unknown. This matches up with Lydia told me that there's a gap in time where Yuri's phone couldn't be contacted and no one could account for it. Tower can help me scan phone records. Alright, let's go return to the logs. We just warp there, can't we? There it is, please. Oh, you're the logs, aren't you? Okay. Goat! Let's chill with the goats! You can use halfies in the game, man.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Not the log to the Paradise Gates.
Sure.
Let's see. Multiple entries to Lydia and other Syndicate members through the gate. The night. Most of the Syndicate were taken through the gates to the next island. Carmelina, or camera log, Lydia Daybreak, Sam Daybreak arrive. Blood files authenticated, Lydia Daybreak, Sam Daybreak. Paradise Gates warms up sequence initiated. As critical Paradise Gates sealed. Authorization Judge. Paradise Gates emergency purge. Blood files removed, Lydia Daybreak, Sam Daybreak. Camera log, Lydia Daybreak, Sam Daybreak leave.
Sure.
Instant starting the warm-up sequence at the gates, but didn't enter them. Gates were shut down and purged their power when Judge ordered the lockdown. Camera on the nighttime computer confirms that they were here the entire time. The alibi is solid. We're done. Done everything?
Ha. 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 Ha.
Game saved.
Game saved. I wanted to choose where I went. Oh. Courthouse? Outside courthouse? Do it! Do it now, thank you. I'm ready.
Is paradise worth saving? The door to truth will open.
Expose the truth. Are you sure, Lady Love dies? This is the point of no return where we're just headed into the menace of crime. Penalty for anyone who convicted of the crime will be death and as dictated by syndicate law. Please be sure.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
Overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. We don't undercover truths and lines. We will hold a trial for each case file logged in Starlight. You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. Impartial will justice shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. Big alibis, can you put the suspect at the scene of the crime? How strong is your case? All that matters is justice is carried out. I'm not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. Need the truth, you will find the suspect is responsible for each crime.
The door to truth will open.
Thank you. Anyone found guilty will be executed. The crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to affect Paragraph 25 of their criminality. We'll do with the execution. The investigation freak will execute justice. Thirsty? I will be right back. My bad, I'm back. Confident with you accused. Yes, I'm playing when I'm playing. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? I'm okay. Let's go. Ah. Judge, the island is ending. Our homesteaders before us.
Do your job.
Ours has gone on long enough. Time to move the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader and I initiated the shutdown.
What?
Common suspects have been sitting behind bars while their freak runs around the island. What's up, Wi-Fi? Why are you going down now? Chasing down false leads.
I
You
am
have until the end of
leader.
the island to do your trial. Truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. Doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting. You can't do that. Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials? Refresh. We don't have much time. Love dies. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to cause me to assume the truth. You have one desperate chance to find the truth for each file. Make it count.
This is
Whereas the
nonsense.
Syndicates are in agreement. It's time to move on to execute Henry.
Fucking ever!
Flip you. You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
When love
Just
dies,
breathe life back into
all
paradise.
that remains
Love
are the
dies, you're
facts.
authorized once again to wield your service weapon, take hold of the chamber fully just as used at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement with a heinous crime carries a sentence of death.
What?
This is severe. This is the crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is a hearsay against the gods and atrocity against the syndicate, or do
I
you
beg your
disagree?
pardon?
I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. Been a while since I executed
The
justice.
journey
into the truth and justice begins.
Justice begins.
Crimson, hope you know what you're doing, lady. Better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning.
Ha-
Doctor, love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get a conjugal visit? Sorry, Doc, the punishment for this crime is going to make that difficult. Henry, this is a formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. You can just do this. Lydia, Sam, Halo, D, we're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out the trials, guys. Come on up, come on. My phone for you. There you go. Architect,
It is cowardly.
investigator, the island is ready to
investigator.
die and a new one started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All the evidence points to him. Witness, Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it? Future in paradise. I hope you make the right choice. So do I. Yuri, freak, get this over with. We all know who did it. You're wasting my time. Grand Marshal. Then Rachel, better get this right. Henry did it and needs to be executed. Wrap this up.
Key item
Love dies. Gun for executing the guilty. You retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. Turn the stand when you're ready to talk.
Lady Love dies.
Will be given the trials? Truth or fact? Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars, and headed to the council building, murdering the martial guards, bursting the holy seals, and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? As the report states, or something else happened. Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation jail and murdered the council. Investigator peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth. State your truth. Henry's escape? Consider the facts. So we're accused for Henry's escape? I'm in with Akiko. I mean, I already talked myself through this. So. Confirm.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe this is part of the plan by Akiko.
I'll put your head on a
Honorucho?
spike hot.
Freak is lying, Tosta Este, Io Pokare. Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of the prison she put him in.
Show me your
Present your
truth.
evidence, construct the truth. Can I look at it? Broken bars. Bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analyzed the bars and we found traces of thermite, not demonic residue.
I don't like this.
Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. Kiko faked the part of his escape. Grand Marshal, never trust computers. Her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic. What does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyze something that Starlight does not recognize, and the closest match to thermite. Residue sample 68.7 thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene, aquilon trial. The traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite is an anti-material weapon and burns at extremely high temperature.
Crime is
Kiko
revolting.
used it to open the prison bars and make it look like Henry escaped.
You need to
This is a lie. A good truth, please let us sample some more.
Show me your truth.
I'm going through everything. Inhibitors, time frame, broken procedure. Broken procedure. I guess we're doing them all. When she went to execute Henry, she shouldn't have gone by herself. She was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity.
She asked that you
Is that the best you got? I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak, speculating with nothing but backup. It seems like your report showing it from Judge's Big Hope. She's right, the speculation, not evidence.
Show me your truth.
The time frame in Kiko's report doesn't match up. There is no way Henry could have gotten out of the desolation cell, made it to the council building, traversed the holy seals, and murdered the council and be found by 1203. Kiko lied. Had to not be Dingwana Guanayule or Marshal respectivity of the courthouse. Do you have a proper response? Making that up, the freak is making me out to be a liar. She cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all the steals, and murder the council and exit the building by 1203? As a protest, he got a demon in him. Demon gave him speed of strength. You want the light off, puppy? I gotcha. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. There's no evidence to suggest that. The court, Grand Marshal, your word here isn't good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up. Present your evidence, construct the truth. Henry was dosed up on inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct? Yes, Judge, it has been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? Demon inside him tricked us. They waited for the right moment. The inhibitors had never been right, but we didn't know. Doctor, that's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade.
Theoretically,
No medical evidence suggests that happened. Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? Isn't hard evidence, but I'm taking it into consideration.
Show me your truth.
I can break Henry's alibi. Leave dies. Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe the official version of events? No, if this truth is distorted. The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Frick, yeah, this is getting interesting. Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing new light. He specifically remembers seeing the goddess. He doesn't speak to him. He saw the goddess. The only statue of new light is in the barracks, and the normal citizen can know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been through the barracks, though. Everywhere detainees are processed where they are arrested. Statue in the main barracks grounds. The prisoners don't go through there. Correct, Kiko? When I was arrested in Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance to the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm not answering that as classified. Grand Marshal, you've been found in contempt for you refused to answer. Fine arrested individuals are taken through the main gate and directly down to the holding cells. Henry could have only seen new light if you went through the tunnel that connects the desolation cell to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to the desolation cell, he would have had to go through the main barracks grounds, though. That was 10 years ago. He had lost all of his memories from that incident. The only thing he remembers is new light last night. Sounds like a stretch, investigator. Only way to get into the council building from the desolation cell in the window frame at the time slated is via the front gate of the HQ. The Nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown to destroy. Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested them himself. Also, the blood inside of him. Found this bottle on the rocks below where Henry was found. It had been used to hold blood. Started to analyze the blood and it matched the remains of all the council members. How did it get in there? There was no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took the council blood from the scene, placed it in the bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it. Why? They scapegoated him for the crime. They were rushed for sloppy and casually discarded the bottle, assuming no one would question the lie. I can't prove this, though. Demonic sigils in the covered Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first steel marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and is not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. Sigils formed on the skin through the projection of the demonic language from the demon inside of him. The demon scorched him with his own anger. The demon make him draw them? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions, sets him on the path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either, but I likely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from the language he doesn't speak. How did they get there then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid of the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken. Enter your evidence. Okay. So as long as we choose the right person, doesn't matter what I choose. Go down the list. I understand. Truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escaped at 2352. She claims she found him outside the council building at midnight 3 past. Call witnesses left the desolation cell to go to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. Anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? Marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks.
Don't test me.
However, it is hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call? Kiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed access to them. Witness confirmed he got a call from Kiko. The witness's phone analyzed the records of the comms tower, Starlight did some backtracing in the calls, and it appears Kiko lied. Call she made to witness wasn't from the desolation cell. Comms tower put her location at Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime. Gurud Tafa Minakin no Sasa. Watch her language in the House of Justice. She's lying. She's lying. Little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. Data is incorrect.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Winston testified that on the call from Akiko, he couldn't hear the distillation cell's distinctive, dreadful atmosphere over the ocean.
Got it.
There's inconclusive proof, but it still suggests that she wasn't where she claims. Rock of scenery. The rock of secrecy has been lifted on this truth exposed. Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken. Present your evidence. I have nothing to present. You have proven that the official version of the events at Furkiko and Henry's movements last night are a total fantasy. Combined with your evidence that you have created the truth that glints brilliantly in the light shown by the facts. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. No jury here, and must leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies, with the blood of the truth flow. Truth is revealed, the truth is known, truth proves. He goes guilty. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. Sworn to protect your beloved counsel, you pledged your blade. For so long, you were a beacon of your purity. Now you will be executed, and the marshals will lose their leader. The Island Secrecies will never be the same again. Why'd you do it? Said I wouldn't hang for this? Beg your pardon, Grand Marshal? This was never part of the plan, you pompous Tarfa? Who are you talking to? Carmelina, you said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you. Ravens of the guilty, lashing out. I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell us everything, Kiko. You have nothing left to lose. You were set up, you can have revenge. Promise to induct my soldiers into the syndicate if I help you. Now I'm going to be executed. See you, Serena de Harat Tatul Este. What the frick am I saying? You used me, you weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die. I faked Henry's escape. I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council building. Phone witness and report that I found him after the council were dead. Carmelina? She's lying. She's been found out in a little scheme. Now she's trying to take innocent people down with her. Took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies. Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file.
Carmelina's conspiracy.
Judgment is passed. Convicted, Henry's escape. Lady Love dies while you're in here. You do not have access to your phones. You have been using it to record your progress. Would you like me to save your progress now? Nah, that's cool. Oh, whatever.
Getting saved.
Truth or fact. Henry's demonic possession. This comes down to Stinky and Yuri. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. Area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the Syndicate's exorcist, raised bloodlines. For the last 10 years, he has been contained and sedated in the distillation cell with inhibitors. Starlight has logged entry under his possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the council. Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe there's something there that warrants investigation? Someone else involved in Henry's possession with the demonic invasion spilled the demon to the island?
The facts and the truth.
I believe you already pushed Henry down to the path of possession. I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You have nothing on me. Present your evidence, construct the truth. Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the library vault. What's that got to do with me? Which book? The Grimoire of Majada? Frightful tome? How did the citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts? Present your evidence, construct the truth.
The facts and the
Yuri
truth
accessed the
are
vault that
not
contains the book of
same.
demonology. I believe Yuri took the books from demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. The plan was for him to become possessed. The plan? The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw this. She's just making up stories and you're going along with it. Exile caused her brain to rot. You're letting the freak fool you with lies, speculation, fiction.
I have a bad
The plan will
feeling
become
about
clear in
that.
later case files. There is a conspiracy to play here and you need to trust me. If I get this wrong, you can restore the conviction, come back to the idle lands, and Yuri can walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path of the truth is the winding one. I cannot go on distrust. This is not justice. Do not dare to lecture me on justice. I'm justice incarnate. Court trust the investigator. Present your evidence, construct the truth. Henry told me a stranger to provide him with a tome that would lead to his possession. Someone took a shine to him and slipped to him a restricted text. And you think it was me? You're a joke. I had nothing to do with this. I don't get store it with citizens. You'll need to be better. Need better evidence to this. Present your evidence. I have nothing to present. I have considered your truth ruminated in implications, soaked in the facts, steps the leads of veracity, examine the grains of legitimacy. No jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sort of justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies and let blood flow truth, or truth flow. Truth is revealed. The truth is known. The truth proves you're guilty. It's unacceptable. You know who I am. I have been chosen. I will be on the next council. If Freak has taken away my destiny, I'll burn the syndicate to the ground.
I am the leader.
You're gonna be quiet. No, I am blessed servant of my goddess. I'm destined for greatness. I helped you, and now I'm going to
You
die.
have achieved perfection.
These are the ravings of someone to see by a god that's been caught out.
I don't.
It is true, Yuri. She promised me a seat on the new council and retrieved enchanted blue from the real world.
This is
Nonsense. When Henry the boast in demonology sent him down the dark path, plan needed the island to end. Henry provided the answer. The truth lies within the conspiracy. Okay, that was fast. When love dies while you're here, you do not have access to the phones. I don't need to. Very well, we will continue. Truth or fact? Murder of the Grace Bloodlines? That was, the architect. I forget her name. Dog lady. Carmelia. Grace Bloodlines was murdered 10 years ago. Presided over the trial. Itself assembled like cast the shadows over the terror and leave only the truth visible. Well, I'm here now. You didn't have me on the island 10 years ago. Due to the terrible events a decade ago have linked the tragedy of last night. I investigated it on the behalf of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last Kiss? The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of the murder victim 10 years ago is on the island. So that is that so hard to believe, Judge? And you prove you are who you say you are. Haunted Complex Crescent, Drifting Sand, settle it. Confirmation, Grace Bloodline's unique blood code. One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot, and I'll let your blood violence to confirm the code independently. So nice to see everybody again. What do you have to do with the murder last night? I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council murderer. Makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. Do you believe there is more to it than the official version of events? Do you suspect her? No. I believe she is a victim in all this. Well done, investigator. You have seen the truth clearly. Paradise gets even more bizarre. The trial continues. And love dies and drives us along the highway of truth. So I made the pizza earlier, and I burned my tongue on it. It was Coraline or Carmelina. Carmelina was the architect of her murder. This is nonsense. You have no evidence. Present your evidence. Construct the truth. Henry was arrested. Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested the company of Grace on the exorcism. This is unusual, as it would place Carmelina in an unnecessary amount of danger. It may be unusual, but doesn't prove she is a perpetrator. Of course, it doesn't. The investigator trying to prove a fantasy. Maybe you have placed me in danger, but the pursuit of knowledge sometimes requires risk. Enter evidence, construct the truth. Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry. Carmelina sent a message to Kiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. Message was intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption. Architect? I have no recollection of this. It sounds like a fabrication. Present your evidence. I found a photo of Grace's body that had been excluded from the report, hidden on the barracks server. Showed the strangle marks on Grace's neck. Doom Jazz took a look at it and suggested they were done by someone that wore a wedding ring. Carmelina wore a wedding ring around the time when Grace was killed, but the Carmelina killed Grace and when Henry didn't step up to do it for her. This is tenuous, isn't it? Anything could have caused the mark, couldn't it? Doctor, it is my firm opinion that this was done by a ring worn in the wedding ring finger. Bruising can contain very detailed information. Preposterous, the doctor would say anything to pretty face. Like off architect. Leader, we'll see about that. Why would architect Carmelina have killed Grace? Yuri gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly be scapegoated for the murder of the council. That exorcist means that the demon in Henry would still be around and useful when it came time to pin the blame on someone for last night. When Henry didn't kill Grace Bloodlines, Akiko stepped in and framed Henry, giving him a history of murder. Sounds like a conspiracy investigator? I believe so, Judge. Very well, absolutely not. This is a farce. Hold your tongue in the halls of justice. Present your evidence. Nothing to present. You have presented a veritable treasure to true of the facts. There is the truth, yada yada yada, no jury here. Let the truth flow. Carmelina guilty. Grace Bloodlines was murdered by the hand of the architect. This is the truth. Thank you for your work, investigator.
Beg your
What? How dare you? This is nonsense. The trial is over.
do your
Henry will be executed and the freak will be sent back to the idle lands. This is my courtroom. I'm justable. I'm justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty. You will receive your punishment. Trials will continue. Yeah, we did it, buddy. The witch will burn. Lady Love dies while you're in here. Do you not? No, I'm okay. Truth or fact? Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? That was Kiko. The first Holy Seal that proves the council was made up of two high-ranking God Justice Marshals for some warriors trying to neutralize the potential threats to the council. Who killed them and how? This night, the talented hand of death reached out for the first Holy Seal guards, butchered at their post. Who snatched the life from them? Who was it the accused, or was there another truth cooking in the periphery of our knowledge? Elite marshals and gave their lives to guard our beloved council. How they called them? Why?
crime is
Show you the truth?
repulsive.
Investigator, please review your case from file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Kiko.
Paradise for
Grand
you.
Marshal holds the answers.
Nenorochito.
Anaroche and Nanorojito. You're out of your mind. Este plen de harat. You dare accuse me of murdering my own marshals? Este Bolavnav.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence, construct the truth. Not your marshals. Unexpected gleam of the truth has been reverberated. Or a riverbed of mystery. In the riverbed of mystery. The bodies on the first seal are marshals. Lie, Nanaricho. Where are the real marshals?
Don't
Unaccounted for?
test
Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? Dora Minokiyuna. Inselakine Tarfa Curva. Grand Marshal, this is a courtroom. Keep your language in check.
test me.
But a sample from the dead guards doesn't match any records of the marshals. She's lying. Her little PD got it wrong. Did Starlight get this wrong? Is this really the truth?
When
This is the
shall
truth,
thou
Judge. The blood doesn't match. The
all
bloods
that
are
remains
bodies are not the
of
marshals. Did you run DNA tests on the bodies? No, Dr. Doom.
without
Jazz
this?
told me that the server containing the necessary DNA files have been corrupted. Is this true? Yes, Judge. My system's automatic backup failed. Check the one on the moon that had been corrupted as well. Recover the data. Only people that can do that, and that's Alan and we're in lockdown. Bet the foul play? No way to tell. Troubling, carry on investigator. Kiko refuses to let Doom Jazz examine the bodies. Why? She didn't want to dishonor their sacrifice. This is breaking procedure. Gave their lives in service, their bodies should not be desecrated by an examination.
Is this a fact?
At least you're trying to hide the fact the blood didn't match. Why?
And love
Kiko was in the relationship with Captain Voth,
remains
who was stationed in the
forever.
first seal last night. Don't you dare say his name, Nanaricho. Do not dishonor him with your lies. How do you know about this love
I
dies?
have a bad
Comes and
feeling
testify
about
to it.
this.
Miss Acid, I can't divulge my sources, but it's true.
Paradise
Relationships between the Grand Marshal and her troops are expressly forbidden. Dr. Doomjazz testified that the council had found out about her relationship with her troops. You really can't keep anything to yourself if you see a bit of light, can you?
I had nothing to
I'm
do
sorry,
with it.
Kiko. I never thought you were involved with any of this. I am duty-bound to aid an investigation. Did it work? Did you get laid? Fusta and Giyu? Enough do not taint the sanctity of this church of truth.
I don't
As Kwame told him that the council was going to strip her of the authority on the next island, if Akiko knew this would give her a motive to kill the council. Soldiers are sworn to give their lives in service. As the commander, I didn't take the honor of the glorious death from them. As in, why did you switch the bodies? Bodies weren't switched. You made this up. Can you prove the bodies were switched? The records in the barracks? Judge, the barracks had become Akiko's own private fiefdom. I mean, they were never the guards to begin with, is what I meant to say. Marshals are not loyal to the syndicate of the gods, they are loyal to her. And to prove she can magic up from the barracks can't be trusted. Agree with you, investigator. You didn't want her troops to die, and she knew about the murder and switched them. Can you prove that? You removed two prisoners from the barracks prison. Did you have proof that they were the murdered guards? No, but they are unaccounted for. They were never allowed back into the prison after being removed. You didn't make up a convincing story for her to lie. Maintenance shed near the council building show signs of habitation. There are drag marks and human waste inside. You destroyed them in there and switched them out when time came. Do you have anything else?
Show me
Present your evidence, construct the truth.
I don't.
Guards were killed by it with a damaged blade. A damaged blade? Lacerations on the throat were ragged. It indicates a blade with nicks or damage would cause them. Kiko's sword and battle damage and would have caused messy lacerations on the victims. Kiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. Fits with her plan of faking Henry's escape. What's your grand plan? Love dies?
Don't like this.
Got more case files to go, Judge. What about the blade Henry was found with? Henry's blade was a new perfect blade, doesn't have a serrated edge, wouldn't have made a ragged cut.
Is this a fact?
Kiko staged a guard murder and scapegoated
Or
Henry.
got it?
She made a mistake or got too cocky, though, and didn't use the right blade. He called the guards. Do you have anything else? Present your evidence. Get this alibi broken. Kiko's alibi's been broken. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Is
Kiko
this
staged a guard murder and scapegoated Henry. She had a previous conviction. Why else would she have aided in his escape? Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Nothing to present. Good work. Love dies. Conspired your truth, but truth flow. Truth has been case file sparkles brilliantly. Truth is revealed. A trial. A truth is known. Truth proves. Kiko guilty.
crime cannot hide?
Got anything to say about this,
You
Kiko?
want to die?
Order to kill my troops. I would never do that. Bonds born on the battlefield cannot be broken.
This is nonsense.
It's a lie.
How dare
She's lying. Switched the guards out for prisoners and killed the fakes. Why didn't you admit to it when you told us about the rest of your involvement?
You want to
Are you stupid,
die?
Tarfa?
Soldier.
Before all of this, I was a soldier. I will be a soldier until I die. Soldiers always see their mission through. I will not go to have my name further tarnished if you hadn't got the evidence. I'll be executed regardless. Soldiers must maintain the dignity no matter what. Truth becomes clearer. I'm just gonna get double killed. Little Love dies while you were in here. You do not have access to your phones. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Right, Rio? I see you, kiddo. Have your nap. We'll continue. Truth or fact? Okay, HX is missing. That's thanks to Yuri. Our craftsman KHX is missing. Was he the victim of a crafted tragedy? His disappearance a number of days ago. Strange for a syndicate member, but suspicious because he crafted the second hole of steel. Someone tried to obtain the secret from him. Investigator, do you know what happened to KHX? He's dead, lying on the rocks at the coast of the island. Dead. The fangs of death grip at the island so tightly. How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse.
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Yuri is behind this disappearance. Wanted to save me some trouble here and cooperate, Yuri? Not going down without a fight, freak. You need to prove it.
Show me your
And your evidence, construct the truth. KHX's dead body was clutching Yuri's ring. How did you know it belongs to Yuri?
have a
Lydia
bad
confirmed that
feeling
Yuri
about
had
this.
apparently lost it in this case. He lost it in the hand of the murder victim. KHX had it in the death grip. I believe he pulled it off the struggle when he knew he was going to die. Held on to it in death and gave it as a clue. Someone is trying to frame me. They stole my ring and planted it on the scene. Is there any evidence that this ring has been planted? None. The fist was gripping it tightly. If it had been planted, it would have had to be done before rigor mortis set in. People are out of your minds. This wasn't me.
show me your
Present
truth.
your evidence, construct the truth. Yuri shut down the boat rise around the island, and the same day the KHX went missing.
I have a
Yuri
bad
picked a
feeling
bad place
about
and dumped the
this.
body and needed to make sure it wouldn't be found. Yuri, shutting down the boats is one of my duties. Nothing out of the ordinary. Why do it early? Who cares about the boats? They're only for the citizens to try and block out the mundanity of their existence for a few minutes. Shut them down early so I was getting work done.
Show me your truth.
Nothing to resent. Truth shines like a moon in the cloud this night. Was it part of your quarters as well, Yuri? Finally got the key for the second key seal for her. KHX was an unfortunate
We
casualty.
have achieved
Mr. Raven is
perfection.
someone to see by God that's been called out. We'll get to you later. And you got it by force. It wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and he hoped he would turn. He fought and I smashed him with a tool and he had a lot lying around. How'd you get the key from him?
Don't make me laugh.
His laptop wasn't locked. It wasn't hard to find. Copied the file, dumped his body and left. Nonsense. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, and the truth flow. Truth proves you're guilty. Thanks for admitted to it. Better be guilty. Convicted. Right, no, I don't need to save my game. It's okay. Second hole is seal. Crafting the council has something to do with the obelisk on the beach reveal, and that was Lydia. Who was the second hole is steel and how was it breached? Take us for a holiday to land of truth, let us sip cocktails and facts, and the beach of justice. With the help of KHX, the council constructed the puzzle bits and monument system on a plateau in the desolate planet outside of their solar system. Go in the council building and acts as a portal to this antique part of
The
space.
investigators
Obelisk on the
here.
beach provide the solution to the puzzle and are activated using KHX's key. Or Starlight. Key carries a protocol which handshakes with the Obelisk Nightmare computer. Starlight can crack it. Investigator, please review your case file and confirm you wish to accuse.
Crime cannot hide.
I believe Lydia went through the seal.
Why?
This is a joke, LD.
Show me your truth.
And present your evidence because there's the truth.
Paradise
Found Lydia's
will
tablet rammed down a drain.
not.
Contains an email with a file. The file is the key to the second seal Obelisk. Do you have any idea who the sender was? Witness. In addition, Crimson told me that she managed to obtain the key from KHX on behalf of Witness. That's a revelation,
I
investigator.
don't
It wasn't
like
relevant to the
this.
KHX prosecution at the time. Multiple parties were out to secure the key to the second seal. So Witness got the key and passed it to Lydia?
Test
I believe
you.
so. Miss Daybreak, do you have anything to say? I don't know what LD's talking about. Never saw what the message was. You have proof that she used it and present your evidence. We're looking at the Obelisk computer. Here's a clip with the tire tracks. Lydia is the only one on the island with the car.
Weird.
Come on, LD, that's circumstantial. We're used to hanging out all over the island in my car.
Show me your truth.
Ooh.
Obelisk Nightmare computer had been accessed remotely using a wireless device, presumably from the clifftop. Clear vantage point and using remote access allows you to obscure the login.
Show me your truth.
On the clip top looking over the obelisk is a scratched out sketch in the dirt of the puzzle solution.
Paradise
I believe Lydia used the key remotely sketched out the solution and then breached the second seal.
Show me your truth.
Show me your truth. I'm plugging my phone in.
Is this
And it's the hidden space helmet that smells of Lydia's perfume.
I don't like
Council use helmets to breathe in space when they traverse the second seal. Whoever went through the second seal would also need one. You're the only linking to Lydia by her perfume. Any of the council could have used it previously. Lydia's perfume is uniquely blend. Unless she has a recipe, no one else could have used it with this helmet. Isn't that right, Lydia? Don't know we're talking about LD. Someone's trying to set me up with that.
What are you talking
I have a unique blend of perfume, but maybe someone got hold of it for me. Did you find any evidence of this? No. That's your evidence. Conduct the truth. I have nothing to present. What about Lydia's alibi? Tell me about Lydia and Sam's alibi. Lydia told me she was at Paradise Gates with Sam out of the warm-up sequence and were waiting there while the murder happened. Nightmare computer logs at the gates confirmed this. The warm-up sequence was started at 2357. Have you got anything to contradict this? As it happens, an alibi for last night is irrelevant. Crime began a number 2 days ago. What do you mean? I have found evidence that would suggest that the Daybreaks were involved with the crime, but their involvement did not occur last night.
the facts and
They
the
breached
truth
the holy seals
cannot
to
be
sow the seeds of crime 2 days ago. Crime was not one opportunity. Opportunity was crafted and required prior planning. All evidence I present against them must be taken into this context. Whatever happened last night had the groundwork laid out by Daybreaks 2 days ago. What is the evidence? Trust me, Judge, when we get to it, we'll cover it. Truth is a meal. All ingredients need to be present. Wouldn't do this for anybody else, but there is a reason that I call the investigation freak out of exile. Court trusts you. What the heck? This isn't right. Come on, LD. After all this time, how can you suspect us? We were waiting for the lead Paradise.
Prove it.
Look, LD, you've taken some facts and made a lie, not a truth. You twisted the world, the world into a new image. You are wrong, LD. Do not question my decision when you are within the domain of justice. We have stopped at the highway service station of truth. Lydia and Sam's alibi is broken. I consider your truth. Okay, blah 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 blah. Let the truth flow.
The court's
Lydia
finding
guilty. You
Lydia.
have been a faithful and devoted member of the Glorious Syndicate for so long. Why would you turn your back on us now? Penalty for crime is death. You will be executed by a bullet of justice from the gun of truth. End of your eternal road trip, Lydia. Why? God darn it, LD. I'm dead, right? Darn it, all the heck.
Don't test me.
Punishment, execution.
What?
Wasn't supposed to work out this way. This was designed to be unsolvable. Never thought you'd be brought back.
Damn it.
Helped so much I could leave these islands behind. I didn't care about Perfect 25. Help who?
Hey,
Witness said if I helped him I could leave the syndicate.
I don't like this.
Help with what? Deliver a cargo. We didn't know what it was. Heavy as heck though. Almost cracked the axles. Had to get into the council building a couple days ago. What was the cargo? No idea. I didn't ask questions. Got into the inside of the council building. It was a black security crate. What about the other seals? Gosh darn it. Yeah, those two. Assume Sam helped you. No, LD, it was just me. I really doubt that you were going to leave the syndicate by yourself. Okay, Lydia, I can't live here without you, can I? If be guilty, I'm guilty, aren't I? We promised each other so much, didn't we? We can't be for nothing, can it? We work together for witness of Lydia is going to die. I want to go with her. Heaven sounds better than an island without her, doesn't it? Years ago, LD, I don't know what the heck happened, but in that building last night, but we were there 2 days ago. We followed witness's plan and opened all the seals. We took his crate through it and hid it in the penthouse.
The
Crime to end all crimes set up 2 days ago. We have a conspiracy, Love Dies. There was no conspiracy. Guilty of trying to take me down with them. Jealous of my righteousness in the face of the heresy. It's a bag of crap. You promised me and Sammy that we'd be able to leave the syndicate if we helped. We knew we shouldn't. We knew whatever you're planning would be an atrocity. We've been here too long. There are only so many millennia that can be endured, aren't we? Aren't there? The world needs to be seen. Islands kill the mind, don't they? Truth becomes clearer. Judgment has passed. Lady Love Dies while you're here to do it. No, I'm okay. Very well, we will continue. Who opened the third seal? The member breached the third holy seal and took a step away from innocence towards crime. Please bring us the meal of truth so we may gorge our justice. Lady Love Dies. What is the third seal? Blood lock that's coded to council members to get through it. You either need a council blood in your body or a sample to trick the lock. We have in confession Lydia and Sam breached the seals. And that the whole truth, or does another truth lurk here? More truth. More truth to find. He went through it. Danagante. Dianagate. His blood was on this stinking thing, because he is the blood of Ai Kawami. I believe Dainagate was the one who can get through the coded lock. Who is Dainagate? A mysterious killer hidden on the island? A tantalizing truth? The secret lies within the architect's alibi? This is nonsense. Investigation freak is fabricating a lie. I had nothing to do with the dreadful events of last night. I was at witness's apartment all night until we were summoned by judge for the crisis meeting. It's true the building logs information confirm her entry time at 9 p.m. and her exit after the murder. Are you able to disprove it? Witness stepped out of the balcony for 5 minutes to take a call from Akiko. Carmelina was unaccounted for in those 5 minutes. It takes more than 5 minutes to get to the council building, commit a crime, and return, doesn't it? The building logs would have registered her returning. That's true. When Carmelina architected the island, she constructed a network of transdimensional corridors that allowed her to move across the island in an instant. This is absolute nonsense. They were transdimensional corridors? Are you serious? Is this truth really hiding in these bizarre facts? Found Carmelina's son in the hidden vault on the mountain, named Danagate, and he has given me the key which unlocks the corridors. From this vault, the corridors connect the witness's apartment and the council building. In the 5 minutes witness was out on the balcony taking a call, Carmelina could have used the corridor to get to the council building. A shocking revelation, can you prove it? Starlight can verify the movements. User LLD traverse between the exits of these corridors at 0.021% of the time it would take to unfoot.
I am the leader.
This is all a lie. The investigator cooked up. Verify Starlight's data, and Lady Love Dies is telling the truth. We did not create a corridor. Why not create a corridor straight to the penthouse? I don't believe you can make a corridor if you don't know the destination. Carmelina has never been to the penthouse, so she couldn't make a corridor to it. There is a corridor leading from the outside of the penthouse back to the Danagate's vault. I believe he inherited his mother's power to make corridors and escaped back to his room by making a corridor. Never expected anything like this, Love Dies. Carmelina has a window of opportunity and used it to travel via her secret corridors, take Danagate and deposit them in the council building. Carmelina went into isolation 25 years ago. Why? No one knows. She claimed it was a work on a new project, but no one in the syndicate ever saw what the results were. I think she had a child in secret. Who was the father? Unknown. This sounds like a conspiracy. Architect Carmelina's alibi is broken.
Show me your truth.
And your evidence construct the truth. Danagate's blood is in the penthouse. He was there last night.
Show me.
Present your evidence, construct the truth. Before he killed himself, Danagate told me he killed the council. He killed the council, he would have needed to get through the seals.
Show me.
That's your evidence, construct the truth. Danagate's blood has been used on the third seal lock. But the lock registered his blood last night.
Show me your truth.
Nothing to present. Henry's blood was logged on the blood lock, but this was clearly planted. Doesn't prove he went through the lock. Judge, I think you and I both know that this is bigger than Henry and he's been scapegoated. Truths are strange on this island. I agree. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, truth proves. Danagate guilty. Benedicte. Lady Love dies while you're here. No, oh, why not? I'll throw you a save. You've been asking me for it. I'll cave this time. Truth or fact. Bro, the fourth hole is still Danagate. Fourth hole still lies deep within the dense fog of abstruse mysteries this island has to offer. Lady Love dies was the fourth holy seal. It requires godliness to pass through. Godliness, how did the council pass through it?
Don't.
Montserrat owned a piece of crying Grudge's flesh, and a pendant that would allow him to open the seal. It means that the council could only enter the Montserrat. With Montserrat. But we have confession, Lydia and Sam breach the seals, that the whole truth, that does another truth lurk here.
When love
More truth to find. They breached this fourth seal and found themselves in the scene of the carnage.
crime is repulsive.
Believe that Ngate got through the seal. Present your evidence, correct the truth.
I don't.
And Ngate has a strange piece of flesh fused to his body. Looking at it overwhelmed me with a feeling of cosmic dread.
Don't test me.
When to see crying grunge, he told me that Carmelina carved a lump of his flesh off.
Is this a
I believe she fused the flesh with Danagate, creating a killer that could pass through the fourth seal.
Show me your
Present your evidence, correct the truth. We have already found Danagate is guilty of going through the third seal. To complete his mission, he would have needed to breach the fourth seal as well.
show me your
Present your evidence. That's all I got. Danagate guilty, we already have confession daybreaks that went through all the seals 2 days ago. Bizarre truth, dangerous facts, fear of the mystery. Court also finds Sam guilty for his confessed involvement 2 days ago. No, I'm okay with this time. Truth or fact. Mystery of the dead killer demon that was a witness. We have a case file about the killer demon inside the penthouse. The truth is in play. It was bizarre, like the old trees grow and gnarled. Killer demon? What killer demon? Find a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island. Killer demon in the council penthouse? What was it doing there? It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. Appears that it burst out of the hidden security crate and tapped the council. How did it die? Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Foucault bullet that came from Montserrat's gun into the killer demon's head.
crime cannot hide.
Anything to do with your cargo, Lydia? By security crate?
I don't like
Yep.
this.
That's it. Real contained the killer demon? Most like it.
Is this a fact?
It's witness guilty.
or
Working in the light of the gods makes me guilty of nothing. Need to prove an accusation in my court. In the court. His right love dies. Dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. Truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first. Dun, 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 dun. The witness, right? This is mystery. Yes, I just said that. I feel like I already accused. I thought I already did it.
when love dies,
Righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon. Laughable, I'm a holy man, not a sinner. I found the killer demon along with the demonic containment crate in the penthouse. Demonic containment crate is some kind of incarceration device that imprints the demon with a holy restraint. There are bindings and manacles covered in the holy words that restrained the killer demon and kept it contained. Why? It was likely placed there ahead of time as a means to kill the council. Present your evidence, consult the truth.
paradise feels.
Secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. Lock on it is coded the witness's blood vial. This is an old panic room. I never used it for the demonology. Someone has planted the evidence.
I
The lab has the same crate as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, witness managed to capture the killer demon and contain it. Heretical accusation. How could I have done that?
have a bad feeling.
Tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone. Seen by who a sinner that would besmirch the name of the holy man.
show me your truth.
Show me your truth. Carmelina confessed to me that witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker. Lies, lies, lies. This is a persecution of the holy. Present your evidence. Last night at midnight, witness made a phone call to an unknown number. Number matches the number on the receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the penthouse. Receiver was designed to open the crate when they received the call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council. Ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations.
When love
When I explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver. Can't explain a lie fabricated by a sinner. Can you prove this accusation? I verified the data using witness's personal phone and comms tower. He made a call when the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment to crate. Lies. Present your evidence, construct the truth.
crime
We have this testimony of Lydia and Sam. People who face a death sentence have nothing to lose. They can say whatever they want. There is no consequence when you stand over a precipice of execution. He's Red Investigator.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. I consider your truth, blah 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 blah, blood of truth flow. Truth been revealed, witness guilty.
Witness to the end. Guilty.
You've ever seen so many wonderful islands? Why turn your back on the snow? That's just the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose. You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
Paradise
Hope they weep for you as well. What was the play here? Killer Demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. Security crate was hidden in the room. When the Killer Demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight. Sounds risky. I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council, just the presence of the Killer Demon would be enough to scare the council. Dreadful truth. Don't go here. It's one fat dab. While you're in here, do you not? I'm okay. Dun, 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 dun. Crime to end all crimes. Last night the council they were killed by Dagnagate. Crime to end all crimes. The murder in the last night the Paradise Killer. You killed the council. Truth is the lie. Aged like fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on the island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so that we may sip upon a vintage blend of justice. I want to know who held the knife if a killer was set up by a mastermind. We will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped the knife of murder in the palm of guilt. Who the ultimate truth. Da, 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 da. And did I pass him?
crime is repulsive.
Dagnagate is the Paradise Killer. Bro, my tongue is killing me.
Show me your
Injury evidence, constructed truth. Before he killed himself, Dagnagate told me he killed the council. Given the mission by his mother, Carmelina. She engineered a killer. His room was bare, besides a knife and combat training equipment.
do your job.
Trials are over, this is a big lie. No, it isn't. Dagnagate's confessed everything.
Show me your
That's your evidence, constructed truth.
Is this a
Found a knife covered by the council's blood on Dagnagate's corpse. If he didn't kill the council, the only way he could have got that knife is if someone had taken it to the penthouse and splashed blood on it before taking it to him. Extremely unlikely.
Show me your truth.
crime?
Dagnagate's blood is at the scene. He was shot by Monster Rat and let the blood splatter at the on the penthouse. Proves that he got through the seals. Either Monster Rat shot him, presumably in self-defense, and got the attack at the council. Meditation finished. Monster Rat was attacked, but as he fired his gun, wounding Dagnagate. Monster Rat was growing paranoid, one of the manifestations of this seems to be carrying a weapon. I believe leader Monster Rat was the most awake while the others were still coming around from their meditation. Dagnagate got to him, but as he attacked, Monster Rat shot. Dagnagate fled as the bullet went through him.
Show me your
Enter evidence. Dagnagate fled bleeding. His blood is outside the penthouse. Created a transdimensional corridor and escaped back to his lair where I found him bleeding out. He had to have gone through the seals to get to the penthouse. Dagnagate inherited his mother's power to create corridors. He's sloppy, but he can do it. Stumbled out the penthouse, created the corridor to escape with. He was bleeding badly, and his blood trailed through his room, right through the room. I believe you need to know this. I believe you need to know the start and end points of a corridor when you create one. Carmelina couldn't create a corridor to the penthouse because the interior of the council building is a closely guarded secret. I don't think Carmelina knew Dagnagate could create corridors. He was supposed to die in the locked room at the end of the island. Her plan was solid except for the two wild cards, Dagnagate's ability, and my return from exile.
show me your truth.
I have
We know he breached the fourth holy seal. I'm fairly certain he didn't just turn around and go home after making it to the entrance of the penthouse.
Show me your truth.
Nothing to present. Consider your truth, blah blah blah, blood of truth flow, the secret true killer. The secret killer is the truth. Truth is revealed, the truth is known, the truth proves, Dagnagate guilty.
Die non igate.
Dagnagate. Crime, and to end all crimes, convicted. Tendrils of conspiracy sneak around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose its truth hiding within them. What do you think, Mr. Wiggles? What do you think, Mr. Wiggles? Review the evidence, investigator. What am I doing? This is... Proceed. Can you explain this conspiracy? Refine the truth from the order of crime? We have the Carmelina initiated a conspiracy that killed the council last night. Created the Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. Salon's family are barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. Crimson told me that Carmelina had put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She's a genius architect that has helped the syndicate birth a potentially perfect island, but she feels she deserves a seat on the council. She knows the perfect 25th island would be perfect, and she worries she won't get credit for it.
Got it.
Witness testified that he is worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her craft.
Paradise.
Carmelina has a secret child, Diana Gate, kept him hidden in the transdimensional corridors that she built with her skills as an architect. That's bullet after bullet, crit after crit. When I found Diana Gate, he told me his mission has been to kill the council. He had a nice, with the blood of council members, he completed his mission. Diana Gate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins. Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god crying judge to get through the fourth seal, fused this to Diana Gate's body.
Is this a
He
fact?
confessed to being recruited by Carmelina.
Crime is
Harry got the key to the second seal from KHX under orders from Carmelina.
Got
I
it.
believe you really helped Henry obtain the forbidden books and demonology.
Paradise.
If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to be put into play.
I have a bad
Henry's possession called for an exorcism.
Is this a
Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Grace Bloodline to give him a prior history of the murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself.
Don't.
Demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect tool.
Crime.
Carmelina recruited Akiko into her plan.
Crime is
Akiko aided her by purposely leaving Henry alone with Grace.
Paradise Field.
Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play.
When love
Akiko knew that first seal member marshals
is
would be
a
killed,
fact.
switched them to protect her beloved marshals.
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors. The sound over and over. Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave her the room when he got a call.
Don't.
She knew Kiko would call at night at the right time and use the opportunity to slip out of the Witness's apartment. And then I got there and deliver her killer to the council building. Do you have anything to say, Architect?
What?
People would have nothing if it weren't for me.
You have no evidence.
All these islands that you drifted along on, all your tragic little lives, all given to you by me.
This is nonsense.
Facilitate the syndicate and craft your homes. I've never been rewarded for my work, never been on the council, always lived off the side. Always living off on the side. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. Don't expect this world, just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. Was this worth it? It would have been. It shouldn't have been called down. I'd crafted a perfect lie. How did you know I'd be made? How'd you know you'd been made a leader during the crisis? That's the irony. I didn't expect justice incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So what was the play on the next island? When the chips are down, everyone in the syndicate is coward and the sycophant. You all want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on taking by.
This is nonsense.
This council would be scared. All seniority would be gone, and I would be the one that had crafted the Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the
You
throne.
have no evidence.
My father was a victim, but treated like an animal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what others do for you. Grand Marshal would give you a loyal army and make sure of it. Plan failed, the truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen was capable of breaching the holy seals and murdering the council. Justice is immune to arrogance. A heinous truth, a vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. Punishment is death. Yeah, we're good. The Onyxian claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of the island. Can feel the dreadful shadow of the conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence, investigator. Sorry, what am I doing? Oh, we're just going over more stuff. Witnesses part in the case.
The facts and the truth.
I believe the witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods. He he believed the Syndicate had strayed from the holy mission and believed he wanted to put the fear of God into us.
That's me.
Monster was evolving into paranoia and was becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition. The monster has planned for the island. Next island, Witness took matters into his own hands.
I don't like this.
Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Monster has plans. Witness openly rejected Monster has plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten her grip over Syndicate members. Witness has become obsessed with the idea of cleansing our tides of demons. Like an ancient grey flood, he wants Syndicate to be forced to start again.
Crime cannot hide.
He Witness's plans was planting the killer demon inside the council penthouse. Demon would kill the council and get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to the demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, locking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker with the Dead Zone. In the Dead Zone, he imprisoned the demon killer and later weaponized it. Sam had a secret tunnel running from his bar to the Dead Zone. Witness used that to subvert the security of the Dead Zone and got in. Witness recruited Lydia and Sam into a conspiracy by promising to let them lead the Syndicate on the next island. 2 ex-assassins are perfect tools. Witness got the demonic containment crate into the council building by using Lydia. She rappelled down from the roof of the penthouse and took it in through the maintenance grate. Lydia went through the second seal on Witness's behalf.
Is this a fact?
Lydia and Sam worked together to get the demonic crate through the seals and into the penthouse a few days before the murder. Plans and foolproof, there was too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon when believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. No doubt the intention was a scarce tactic more than anything else, put the fear of the gods in the council to enact change. You used the killer demon as a messenger of the anger gods to reshape your syndicate. Plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted, all you needed was a catalyst for change. On the day of a horrible truce is one of the worst. Why Witness? I'm surrounded by the sin and heresy, you are all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions. What about the gods? What's up, Bobo? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty and we have existed for a millennia. You're an embarrassment to the gods. The Syndicate needed a rebuilding, and you would be the one to do it? The who was irrelevant, more important is why and how. We establish a priority in our faith, resume our holy mission, bathe in the radiance of our gods. I must die as a martyr. I really tried to do the work of our astral lords. It wasn't enough though, the sin of the island was too great. Hope heaven is everything you want it to be. Witness to the end. You were found guilty of conspiring to kill the council, the punishment is death. Parlor of Justice is plays host to the truth of the investigator. Or the truth is expected, and the esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? Investigator will become executioner and will execute justice. I've done it. I beat the game. The blast them fools. Marshal Kiko 14. Verdict is execute. Knocked one. Architect Carmelina. Verdict is execute. Not the puppy. Crimson Acid. Verdict is release. Dr. Doom Jazz. Verdict is release. Henry Division. Verdict is release. Very Woman. Lydia Daybreak. Verdict is execute. 4 quick ones at the chest. And Daybreak. Verdict is execute. Go the skeleton. Wins to the end. The verdict is execute. Will there be like 3 of us going to the next island? I don't know about Henry. Not sure how that works. Think he's gonna die anyway. Right, Yuri. Verdict is execute. Oh, he's dancing. Unforgive me, Spectre. One last kiss. Verdict is How do you kill a Spectre anyway? Hidden Killer Dainagate. Verdict is... That's cute. Berserk Killer Demon. Verdict is... Release. Let's go! You have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime and all crimes. Nothing more than a pawn in the dreadful game of murder and secrecy. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator. Your weapon as it's unlocked. On the next island you will be reformed the Paradise Cycle Unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for rest. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions you wanted? You entered the battle with your facts, truths, and your suspects. Did you emerge victorious? The courtroom can only allow so many truths to emerge from the higher hiding places. There are more to hunt. You believe that things are not as they seem. There is still a way to punish the guilty. Our investigator, Lady Liv dies. I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Punish those you deem guilty. Execution or exile are valuable punishments. You may also let them go free. Please work for your best interest in Perfect 25. Thank you, Judge. It was an honor to execute justice. When you are ready to wave goodbye to Line 24, you do so from the rear view mirror of Lydia's car. Car will take you to the Paradise Gates and the Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. Well, can I go talk to everybody before we leave? Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before we move on to Perfect 25. Marshals shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshals will clear away the executed. They will not be remembered. They will not be honored. You completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. You're on a Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved is in the binary state. Solving crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. Sure she didn't. This is Lady Liv Dash talking about. Dun, 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 dun. No matter what truth you made, you believed in Paradise. I hope that you will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and Paradise can be perfect. As an unrealistic dream, crime infects every society. You are right, Syndicate's way of governing is flawed, always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator and judge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island. That stuff was wild, huh, guys? Skirt. We can now drive the car. Think if we're what happened to your boat? We're dead.
Respawning.
Shinji? You try using the jet ski? Don't mention that, I really don't care. I managed to get to the top of the pyramid and back. Not sure I could do that again though. Laters. Can we? Nope. I think I got the Shinji. Doom your yacht. Look at your boat. Always do love dies, and the old girl off at the end of the island. Time to move on, press start, embrace the future. Are you looking forward to the future, love dies? Sun will come up on a new island. The warm light dancing on the ocean, the start of something new. Come to play doctors and nurses one last time before the end of the island. Farewell. See you on the next island. I have a new yacht that needs christening, love dies. Keep that in mind. Dun, 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 dun. I do have 51 fast travels, but you may. You don't do that here, sir. I still feel like Sam and Lydia didn't really need to be murdered or killed, executed. I feel like they were just their crime wasn't as important, but whatever. Hey, you carry this box to the the council. You break in somehow. That's a crime. I'm aware. But you carry this box from me. Totally. I'll let you go. You don't have to come. You can go back to Earth. You happy with your truths? as happy as I can be. Hard to be happy in the shadow of crime. So all anyone can ask, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed your investigation. My time on this island is at an end. Enjoy Perfect 25, investigator, if you can. Busted. Henry and then Crimson, that's it. And the corpses, I guess, if you want to go talk to the corpses for fun. What about the puppy? Skirt? No. Hello, dear dummy mommy. I'm here. Skirt.
Good work.
He's back in town. Got your gun back. Justice has been served, and the PPU will be reborn in Perfect 25. Got a favor to ask? I'm not surprised. You needed people for the Paradise Psycho unit, right? You want to be on the team? I'm the glamour on the battlefield, and I have a good stock on secrets.
Oh, I'm glad.
You're hired. I want a corner office.
glad too.
I'm by me. Did you need something before the end of the islands, boss? Execute. I'll see you on the next island, Crimson. Sure thing, lady. Alright, Henry. Then I beat the game. We can probably do some PoE because it's 11:30 at night. It's gonna be like a 2-hour VOD. Oh man, I have no idea. If it is, I'll cut it before we do the trial. I'll see. Because we started the trial like an hour ago, so. I know better than to have like an hour and 50-minute VOD for a part.
That was quite a fucking show.
Maze, I'm still here. You were scapegoated. I was just doing my job. Appreciate it. That's the first time someone stood up for me. Then my entire life adrift. The world happened around me. I moved between currents. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Nothing ever worked. No one wanted me. You believe in the truth. Thank you. You can't leave this island. I'm just a crab munching citizen. There's a load of more for you to abduct from the next island, right? I got a demon in me. I can't have that on your precious new island, can you? Goodbye, Henry.
What a fucking surprise. What do you want, Fook?
You have destroyed any hope for Perfect 25. At least try to redeem yourself by executing the true murderer. You mean Henry? Of course, you may have tricked the judge into believing Kiko was guilty. You never convinced us. Now execute Henry before the island shuts down. He doesn't deserve to see the magnificent end. Now he can see the magnificent end, brother.
What do you want, Fook?
Later. Yeah, he must have like this shot eyes. 'Cause I'm only here for a minute, like every couple hours when I play this game, and I have shot eyes. If you burn my cornea, I will not die. I'm gonna grab like a quick drink, too, when we switch games. I guess we just do PoE for a little bit, I guess. I'm cool with that. I don't mind. Aaron never shut up, so. No biggie. It's too late to do Isaac. We'll do Isaac and, the, 2-point campus tomorrow. Danchi. Fun game though. I've been playing these types of games for like a year now. Murder, Mystery, or Whodunit games for like a year now. Year and a half. I believe I started. My first one was Phoenix Wright Trilogy in October 2021. 2020, sorry. Years blend together. Lydia gone, I guess I need to drive out of here. Time to go. Leave paradise. Time to get out of here. Wolf, are you coming too, are you? Wolf, wolf. Okay, then I'll get in the car. River 25 awaits. New island, a new council. The syndicate has been changed forever. Facts and truth, truth and facts. Paradise needed saving. Was it worth it? Was it saved? I breathed life back into paradise. Time for perfect 25. When a Miss Love dies, could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of the pocket of reality. Still, at least there's a case that the Paradise Killer got out of her exile. Wonder if her truths were right. Guess I'll never know. Hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in the fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. Well, I've known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots and don't remember for themselves. Surely they'll frick it up. No, honestly. Anyway, time to watch reality die. Good game. I love the part where I collected gems for like a couple hours. I had a great time with that, and not even being sarcastic. I always was a fan of Crackdown. I keep comparing it to Crackdown, but it's like the only thing I can correlate it to. Is a collectible grabber. Killer soundtrack. Phil Crabtree, let's go, man. Francesco Adolfo Ranieri. I still have no idea when the next Whodunit game. I've literally been playing it for a year and a half, so. With a couple gaps. Nothing like more than like a month though. Well, I guess I should say visual novel type games over like Whodunit, because I'm kind of counting Library of Runia in it as it. That's not a Whodunit. I guess it could be if you want to look at it in like a certain part of the story, but that game was like 3 months long. And then I did Danganronpa, Zero Escape, both of them. Then Danganronpa 2. I did Somnium Files before Danganronpa. Sorry, Jordan. Then we did Danganronpa 2. Can I say that? We did AI 2. Tim Richfield and Vince Crawford. I thought only one would be executed. The rest should be like exiled. I felt like Akiko would have been exiled because she didn't kill a syndicate, and I feel like they don't value humans at all, or they're worth a stinking frick. Citizens. So I felt like that would have happened, but I did not think I thought Sam and what's it called would have been exiled. But it's okay. Carmelina probably would have died. But I don't like the death penalty, so I would have just said exile, so I don't know. So that's how it ended. Return of events. Strangest paradise yet. Is paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This isn't the syndicate we're talking about. We'll need her again. We always will. She's the only woman that can save paradise. Thank you. Love cannot be defeated. I have never. The game has been open for the last week. I forgot this was the menu. Load investigation. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Okay. Well, I'm switching games. Yeah, I'm switching games. Okay. Back in a minute. End of paradise. Get the move cursor.